Hello everybody, I'm the Dark Conservatarian and I'm back with another Strikeforce editorial. Now I know of how some of my subscribers feel about the following person that I'm about to mention, and for those of you who I am referring to, you might want to brace yourselves. In all honesty, I like Ronald Reagan.
No, it's not true. That's impossible!
Yes, I'm sorry to say, but it's true. There goes a good portion of my subscribers. Now this is something that I wanted to talk about for a while now. A few months back I'd heard this claim made about the Reagans in general, of how Nancy Reagan in particular and the Reagans in general just denied Rock Hudson care to cure him of his AIDS and just let him die, essentially.
You want to know how much of a piece of shit the Reagans were? You guys know the actor Rock Hudson?
Slightly.
Well, he was dying from AIDS, and there was some kind of treatment outside the U.S. that that he needed to get, and Nancy Reagan blocked him from getting that treatment, and he ended up dying from AIDS.
Now you can tell quite obviously that that is me participating in the stream right there. I didn't have anything to say in response because this is the very first time that I ever heard that claim even made, and so I hadn't researched anything about it at all. But after the stream, when I did go researching into this, I read up at least 3 sources: Daily Mail, The New Yorker, and Advocate, all of them making the claim that the Reagans had let Rock Hudson die of AIDS. And you know what was ridiculous about this whole thing when I was researching into it? Is that all 3 of the websites had sourced the story to Buzzfeed.
You serious?
Yes, freaking Buzzfeed. It's the absolutely laughably uncredible wannabe news site that used to have been known for do-it-yourself and food recipe videos, now known for the sappy soapbox questions for X-people videos that we all like to respond to and laugh at, is the source of where this whole Reagan's let rock die story is coming from. And I think it's safe to say that this story is pretty unbelievable. And don't take my word for it, take it from the hard bastard.
What's your opinion on BuzzFeed and their lack of credibility? I think BuzzFeed is one of the outlets that I would like to see sued into oblivion. I think that they've libeled people, and I think that these outlets like CNN and BuzzFeed that have engaged in libel should be sued. I don't want to see the president do anything about it. I'd rather see private citizens. I think if this is the issue, the means and the money to take on CNN. But for example, I would think that the guy that made the CNN meme that they fucked with, or the old woman when that clown showed up on her lawn to try to shame her for supporting Trump on Facebook, I would think that there would be some sort of lawsuit. I mean, basically what they did is they went to this woman's house and told the world that she basically was helping the Russians. Now they were claiming that she was kind of like a useful idiot, but helping the Russians, when that whole story is bullshit. So you're basically lying about an old woman and saying that she's inadvertently helping the Russians rig the election. How is that not libel? Now I know with public figures, like, the bar is higher, so it might not work with public figures, but that's an example. That's a total private citizen. The guy, Han Asshole Solo, that did the CNN meme, BuzzFeed, at least with the people who were not public figures from the dossier. Now I believe there's a lawsuit, although I think one of them might have been the guy who was going to sue them dropped it, so I don't know. But yeah, I think BuzzFeed has 0 credibility.
So the moral of the story here is, do not tell a story that gets rooted down to a laughably uncredible news source like BuzzFeed. I mean, it's like if I was to cite to you liberals a story that comes rooted down to Fox News. You wouldn't believe it. You absolutely wouldn't believe the story.